Yes, teacher.
Okay, perfect. So, welcome, my dear students. I'm very happy to have you here, ready to continue with the second week of preparation. Since you remember last week, we started doing the preparation for the reading and use of English section. And today we're going to do a brief review about it. And then we're going to start with today's class that is all about writing. So let me share you the whole screen and we can do it. Here we go. Okay, so Osmel and David, since you remember, last week we started with the reading and use of English. We did the first 4 exercises. They were, the number 1, remember, we are supposed to complete the gaps, but remember, in this case, we have the multiple choice. I believe that was easy for you. Remember, you have to read the article, and then complete the gaps using the word that you believe is the most suitable for that space, for that gap. Okay, that is the first one, the joy of photography. We completed this. The second part, I guess that you remember, it was pretty the same, but what's the difference? In this case, we don't have choice, we don't have options. So you gotta try to identify the right word, the one that you consider would be the most suitable for that space. So you went around a marathon, and remember, no choice. You have to think and you need to tell me, okay, teacher, I believe that the best word for this is no. There is no doubt that running 42 kilometers is a great achievement. Okay, that is number 2. Any question? I guess that you remember, okay? Number 3, part number 3, you remember Osmil, that is word transformation. Osmel, what do we have to do in this part? Do you remember what do we have to do with this word?
Yes, we were to looking for the correct word, but it's like a transformation, like a verb in at the become to address or it could be.
Exactly, right? What you gotta do here, Osmel, you gotta use the word given here, but you gotta transform it. For example, here we have the verb. You have to change it into a noun. Exist, existence. Okay? Remember, it could be. It all depends. That is exactly what you gotta check. You maybe need a noun, maybe an adjective, maybe a comparative. This is what you gotta know, okay? You gotta use the word given and you have to change it, you have to transform it. For you, Osmel, was this exercise easy or difficult?
More or less, yes. You have to recognize what's problem.
Come on,
No, it says.
I'm pretty sure that is easy because you gotta know, right? The word, you can change it. I don't think it's gonna be quite difficult because you gotta imagine, you gotta think, okay, teacher, in this sentence, in this space, in this gap, I don't need a verb. I need to change it. So that's what you gotta remember, okay? Part number 3. Okay, let's continue to part number 4. Do you remember? Okay, let's go with David. I guess, David, you don't remember these. But David, can you tell me, can you see the screen? What are we supposed to do in this part? Tell me, David, what are we supposed to do in this part?
Use the conditionals.
Use the conditionals. If you don't use it, if I study, if.
I'm sorry. And word calls.
Not in all the sentences. In the first one, yes, because that is what we are looking for. Okay, David, what do we have to do here? Can you see the word involve? What you gotta do? You gotta, okay, here you got the first sentence. On a holiday, I prefer going sightseeing to relaxing on a beach. What you gotta do? You gotta use the word given involve, and you gotta add more words so you make a sentence that has the same meaning as the first sentence. On a holiday, I would rather go sightseeing than relax on the beach. On a holiday, I would rather go sightseeing than relax on a beach. So remember, you gotta use the word involve and you gotta add more words so the two sentences have the same meaning. Okay, David, yeah?
Okay, teacher.
Yeah. Okay, what about you, Osmel? Any question?
No any question, just we have to try to put on this word in its correct form, yeah?
Okay. You remember, right? You remember how it works. Use the word given here and then add more words to make a sentence that has the same meaning as the first sentence. Okay? Perfect. That was number 4. And the next part number 5, I guess that you remember this is comprehensive reading. For me, this is not going to be difficult for you because we do this kind of exercise. We used to do this exercise at here, okay? In class, we used to read articles and then answer some questions about the article. So what is important here? Comprehensive reading. What is my recommendation for this type of exercise? You gotta read the questions. Remember, read the questions that you get here. Try to identify the keywords in the questions. Try to identify the keywords here. What does the writer illustrate by describing the incident in the car? For example, a keyword here is incident. And what you gotta do, remember, you gotta try to find the word or a synonym in the text, because that's the information that you are looking for. Okay, what does the writer illustrate by describing the incident in the car? Okay, that's something that you gotta do, something that we have done before. In your case, tell me, Osmel, is it easy or difficult?
Yes, it's easy.
Easy?
Yes, it is. It's easy.
Okay, what about you, David? Any question?
This part is easy, teacher.
Yeah, so I guess that we can continue, we can carry on to the next, okay? So we're not gonna check this because remember comprehensive reading, read and understand, read and understand. Let's carry on to the next part. That is part number 6 and part number 7. In part number 6, what you gotta do? In this case, you're gonna have some gaps. Can you see it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. But you're not going to complete the gap just with one word. You have to complete the gap with a sentence. You have some sentence and you get to read and you're going to choose the right sentence for that gap. So it's an article. Once again, you need comprehensive reading. It's important that you read, that you understand what is the article about. And then what you got to do, remember, you got to choose the right sentence for that gap. What is the most suitable sentence for that gap? Okay. So what is the recommendation? What is the recommendation for that? My recommendation, remember, try to identify the context. Each paragraph, the article is all about the same thing. It's all about a specific topic, tree of the year, for example. But remember, each gap has a specific context. Pay attention. We're going to do this exercise here, and then I'm going to send you a link so that you can do it by yourselves. So, the aim of the National Tree of the Year competition is to prompt and celebrate the most interesting trees around the country. Images and descriptions of a short list of 28 trees are put online, and the public are asked to vote for their favorite. So we got the first paragraph, and we have the idea. What is the Tree of the Year competition about? Check it out. The next paragraph. Can you read, please? I need your help, Osmil. I need you to read the paragraph and try to get what is the context.
The 4 trees that gained the most votes before 5 p.m. on 5th October will be given a grant of 1,000 euros in addition. All trees that receive 1,000 or more votes will get a grant of 500 euros. What is the name of this?
Pounds? They are pounds?
Pounds, yes, pounds. The grants may be spent on tree health check or advice from a tree expert or educational event, for example.
Okay, so according to what you read, tell me, Osmil, what is the paragraph about?
It's about like a competition, obviously.
Yeah.
It describes about this paragraph describe as a specific amount of the money for to be in any position, maybe.
Excellent. It's about prices.
Prices, yeah. Good.
Excellent. What is the price?
No,
sure. For example, they are telling, right? 1,000 pounds, 5,000 pounds. Talking about what is the price for the winners. Okay? So that's what you gotta do, okay? Remember, try to get what is the context. In this case, the context of this paragraph is all about prices. Okay, what's gonna be the price? Thank you, excellent, Osmil. I need your help. You're gonna read the next paragraph. Please go, David. Number 2.
Among the 28 shortlist trees, there are a wide range of tree species, each with its own unique, fascinating story. For example, the Ding Dong tree is a Cooper Beech tree growing in the primary school playground. It was named the Ding Dong tree because of a game pupils event in which the race to touch its trunk, shooting Ding Dong. The protective space underneath the 50 years old tree is used as a magical outdoor classroom, while the indoor classroom displays pictures on the tree throughout each season of the year.
Okay, David, so tell me, what is the context of paragraph number 2?
Tree species.
Excellent. Species, right? Talking about
Species.
species.
Three species.
Yeah, so they are talking about the Ding Dong, that is a Copper Beech tree. The first one, okay, the species in general, but we start with this, okay, the Copper Beech tree. Okay, and what they do, the protective space underneath is used as a magical outdoor classroom, while the indoor classroom display pictures of the tree through each season of the year. Okay, that's number 2. Super, thank you. Let's continue. Go ahead, please. Can you read number 3, Osmil? Read it until, I guess, we start here And then we continue until 100 meters. Yeah, read it, please.
Many of the other trees in the occupation are remarkable for their age alone. The Craygens yew, for example, is thought to be up to 700 old, 7 years old, 7 years old, making it one of the oldest in Scotland. It is an amazing sight, as many of its branches have flared. As a result of this extra growth, the total size when measured around the tree's grow, the main body at its leaf-out branches is a massive 400 meters.
100 meters, that's right. So tell me, Osmil, in this case, what is the context of this paragraph?
This paragraph describes maybe the surface of the competition in the
The surprise?
surface.
Surface.
Surface, sorry, surface. Maybe or no?
Can you see it? It's actually more like a description of the trees, right?
The trees, yes, description of the trees.
It's giving a description, for example, the age. It's also describing the size. Okay, the size when measured. So it's more like a description. Okay, giving a description of, in this case, specifically the tree that is the Craygens yew. Okay, the Craygens yew. Okay.
What is the meaning of the Craygens yew?
It's the name. It's the name of the tree.
Yeah.
Got it? The Craygens yew. I don't know exactly what is the meaning because probably it's something related to that species. But we are giving the description of that tree. Got it? That is number 3. Yes. Let's carry on. Let's continue to paragraph number 4. Go ahead, please, David. You can do it. Paragraph number 4.
Another very old tree, the holm oak in Kilbrowne Park, Northern Ireland, is much loved by local people. It measures 3.6 meters around the trunk, and its beautiful bark looks like the skin of the snake. The advantage is this lack of uprightness is that young children can climb safely and easily on it. Kilburn Park is home to many remakes trees, but this tree was chosen as the favorite by community members.
Okay, so David, tell me, what is this paragraph about?
Mm, the, the best trees?
Yeah, here we also have another description of another tree, right? The Olm Oak in Kilbrenny Park in Ireland. Also, once again, we have the description of the size, the measures, how it looks, but maybe this one is more focused on the park.
Oh, okay.
Kilbrenny Park.
Yes.
It's like a transition between the description of the tree and description of park as well. So here we have both tree and park.
Yes.
Got it? Super, David. Let's continue. Carry on, please. Number 5. Can you read it, please, Osmil?
500-year-old veteran oak tree stands in the eastern Scotland pasture at Carnarvon in Wales. One of the interesting things about this wise aloe trees is that it has several early trees growing out of it. growing out of it. An air tree is one growing without its roots touching the ground. It extends its roots downside the oak's hollow trunk. Oak's hollow trunk.
Okay, so tell me in this case, what is the paragraph about?
Describe, I don't know, a kind of the shareholder veteran. Oh, what is the meaning of oak? Oh,
Oak. Oak, remember, como roble. We're talking about the tree species.
yes, for the
Roble,
phrase.
no?
Yes,
Oak.
this paragraph describe a kind of the tree. Yeah, maybe yes. For this reason, I couldn't understand
Excellent.
it.
Once again, right? I guess we continue with more descriptions. And this description is also about a tree, but probably we are talking about a special tree because it's talking about how this is conformed, right? This tree has several air trees going out of tree. So, like an air tree. Can you see it? Can you imagine an air tree?
A trees growing out of the tree of the trees.
Exactly, right?
Several air trees growing out of.
So I can imagine right now, but yeah, that is an air tree, right? Air tree. Number 5.
Maybe describe this tree is very, very high, maybe. Yes, because growing out of it.
Exactly. And it's not like the traditional one, the traditional tree that you see the trunk, that you see the leaves. In this case, it's more focused on how the tree is up there, and you can see the roots. Only you see the tree, but not the roots. Okay? Super. And let's go with the last one. Please, David, you're going to read number 6, please.
The original Bramley apple tree in Nottinghamshire is younger than many in this competition, but is the famous parent of all modern Bramley apple trees. Many years later, Matthew Bramley, the new owner of the tree, was carrying some of his fruit when he met a gardener called Henry Merriweather. Henry asked if he could take some cuttings from Matthew's tree. They grew his whole trees. Mr. Brownlee agreed, provided they were named Brownlee Seedling. Seedling.
Seedling. Seedling.
Yes.
Okay, tell me, David, what is the context? What is the context of this paragraph?
It's description for a different competition in Nottinghamshire.
Yeah, sure. But we are talking, once again, remember the article is all about trees. But this one is more focused on the Bramley apple tree.
Yes.
In this case, the idea, they are trying to give the origin of this apple tree, okay? The origin of Bramley apple tree.
Yes.
It's a variety. The Bramley apple tree is a variety of apples because, you know, the apple tree, we know it. But Bramley is like a very special variety in Nottinghamshire in the UK. So tell me, have you got any question until here? That is my recommendation. That is what I recommend you to do. Always, before you start doing the exercise, read, try to get a context. And once you get a context, you can identify what is the information, what is the missing information, what is the sentence that you are supposed to put in each paragraph. Because remember, each paragraph has a different context. Okay, David Osmil, you got it. Now we're going to do it. Please check it out. Okay, wait. I prefer to do it like this. Wait. Oh, well. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. So I'm gonna leave just this one, and I'm gonna share the whole screen so that you can see both. Yeah, wait a minute. Let me share the whole screen now. And here you are. Okay, can you see my screen now or not yet? Tell me.
Yes, I can see, teacher. The
Okay,
book.
the book, yeah,
Yes,
but the two spaces, can you see them? Like the two sheets?
No, I can't see.
Wait,
I
I'm
can see
trying.
one sheet, yes.
Just one. No, the idea is that you see both.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, what about now? Can you see it? The two.
Yes,
Okay,
I
the
can
Teacher, I
one
see
that
can
we
both.
read?
see two sheets.
Excellent, that's it.
I can see both.
So what you gotta do, remember, here you got the sentences, the missing sentences. I want you to please try to identify, read the sentences given here from letter A to letter G, and then you have to select, you have to choose which is the right one for each space, for each gap, from number
Okay.
1 till number 6. So I give you 5 minutes. You can do it, please. I give you 5 minutes. Read carefully and identify which is the sentence for each gap. So you can do it. And remember, you can use the virtual pencil. You can use the virtual pencil in order to write the letter that you believe, that you consider is the most suitable for that gap. Okay, you can start. Okay, the time is up. We're gonna check then your answers. You finished? Tell me, David. Tell me, Osmel, yet? Or not yet?
Not yet. 1 minute.
No
Please.
problem, okay? 1 minute. Remember, or you can write on the chat box, number one, which
I'm trying
letter
to
is,
share.
number two,
Sorry,
which letter is.
I'm trying to
Osmel.
share my option in the yes. I'm trying to share my option in the Gibbs 5.
But why? Why did you write A twice? Because we have in number 5 and in number 3.
This is yes.
You are
It's not
getting
an option.
confused? You can repeat. Remember, it can only be used once, like one sentence,
I
one.
want to answer this later.
What? Sorry?
I want to answer this later. This letter, sorry. In the option 5, I couldn't delete.
So, in your opinion, number 5 is incorrect?
Yes, Jakub.
Okay.
I want to do that.
Actually, I gotta tell you something that was correct. Number 5 is letter A.
It's letter A, yes.
Number 3
Yes,
is incorrect.
yeah. Let me think a little bit.
Okay, so let's check your answers. Let's see it if you got it well or not, okay? Okay, David, where are the messages? Okay, so let's start. Number 1, what is the right answer since you remember the context? The context of paragraph number 1, it's all about the event, all about the prices, all what it's going to be given. And yeah, Osmil and David, you tell me that is letter C or letter G. No. Actually, my dear students, it's letter E. Let me see. Letter E. Yes. Why? Because here it goes, okay? Remember the price. What is the price? The price is 1,000 pounds or 5,000 pounds. The price, the grants, and they say, these grants may be spent on a tree health check or advice from a tree expert or an educational event, for example. Alternative, they could be used to hold a community event in honor of the tree. So the prize, remember, is not only that you win the prize and no more. You have to use that prize in order to help a tree for the check, for the health advice, or maybe like an event, like a honor event. So number one is letter E. Number one is letter E. Okay, let's carry on. Any question, Osmel, David? No? Tell me. Hello, hello.
No, teacher, I don't have question.
Yeah, remember, try to get the context. In number one, it was all about the prices, all about the grants. Okay, number one, let's continue. Can you tell me number two? You told me, Osmel, that is letter D. What about you, David? What is your opinion? Do you agree? Is it letter D or no?
Yes, teacher, because the tree species is the context.
Yeah, it's a description of the tree. Sure, but remember that also number 3 and number 4 were all about the same. So in this case, it was a bit tricky. The answer for number 2 is letter, where is it? Let's go with this. Letter G. Okay, letter G. Because we are talking about the ding dong tree, that is a tree that grows in a primary school. The context of this tree is, remember, the tree, maybe the tree was first and then they created the school. So after that, that is what happened, okay? The tree started to grow and people, the children, started to use it for educational purposes. So children hand birds feathers from its branches and it's used as the focus of many of the educational activities going on around it. So number 2, it's letter G, because it's the description of the ding dong tree that is growing in a primary school. Let's continue. Let's carry on to number 3. I'm not so sure, Osmel, what word did you choose for 3, B or A?
It was B.
B. Well, we are talking about the tree that is very old. These roots have become enormous with age. Oh no, the roots, remember, it's more like this one. I guess it was number 5, where you have the air tree. Okay, in number 3, my dear students, the answer is letter D.
D.
Excellent, D. Got it? The best example of this on the big old tree is another species of tree called a ruan. Okay, so my dear students, we are talking about tree, the first tree that is the Cragen yew, that is the oldest tree. But as a result of this, remember, another big tree has or started to grow in this, okay? Letter D. Let's continue. Number 4. Another very old tree, the Elm Oak, Kilburn Park, Northern Ireland, and its beautiful bark looks like a skin of a snake. Number 4, you didn't choose, but you told me number 4 is letter B, David?
Yes, teacher, I think.
No. It's letter C, okay? It's letter C. Once again, we are giving the description of a tree, and we are telling how the tree is. As you can see, Its beautiful bark looks like the skin of a snake. Okay, it's measured 3.6 meters around the trunk. And as a consequence of this, what is the most distinctive thing about the tree? Is that the trunk is leaning towards the ground at an angle of 45 degrees. So it's not like a straight trunk, it's more like a leaning one. Any question? Tell me.
Any question?
No? Okay, the next one is the one that you chose, Osmel. This is correct, right? Because we are talking about the air tree. So that means that they are touching the ground and have taken roots. Okay, you got the roots, but remember the roots are touching the ground. Got it? Kind of interesting, actually. I am going to show you that, okay, the air tree. And finally, number 6, I guess that you chose letter C. No, the answer is letter F. Remember, in this paragraph, they are giving the origin, how this tree was created. It was planted from a seed in 1809 by a woman called Anne Brailsford. Many years later, Matthew Bramley, the new owner of the tree, was carrying some of his fruit when he met a gardener called Henry Merriweather. Henry asked if he could take some cuttings from the trees and grow his own trees. Mr. Bramley agreed, provided their name Bramley's Seedling. So as you can see, that was a bit confusing. Tell me, Osmel, what was your biggest confusion in this exercise?
Yes, it's not very confusing. Just we have to understand better the context. How do you say?
Exactly. Try to understand the context and remember, in some paragraphs, you're going to realize they are pretty the
Did you
same.
send this book, mister?
Sorry, can you come again?
Did you send this book?
I did, sure, last week. Do you remember?
You can't remember.
Okay, I'm going to send you again.
Yes,
Sure,
to
for
practice,
sure.
it's best to practice it. Yeah.
No problem, okay? And right now, actually, it is moment for a break. I'm going to send you the link. You can download the book. And after the break, we continue to the next part. Got it? So let me share you now. Hold on. But you're going to have to hold on because I get a problem over here with them. Okay, please open the link. This is the book that you can download. You can do it now. And after the break, we continue with the next part. Okay? Okay, everybody, can you hear me? Hi, Osmel. Hi, David. Hello.
Hello. Hi, teacher.
Hello, David. Super. And Osmel, can you hear me? Where are you? Hello. Osmel. Hello. Okay, let's get ready to continue, and we're going to carry on to the next part. Okay, wait a minute, please, and here we go. Well, we officially completed part number 6. Remember, you have to read the article and complete with the missing sentences. Let's carry on to the next. That is part number 7. And what are we going to do here? This, my dear students, is a matching exercise. Match. So what do you have to do here? You are going to read the next questions. Can you see it? From number 1 until begin. From number 1 till number 10. And then you gotta read 4 people. You're gonna read 4 paragraphs about travelers. And what you gotta do here, remember, read and identify which person mentions that. Okay, can you see it? Which person mentions the possibility of people at the event having their belongings stolen? Which person regretting being without an item of protective equipment? Which person mentions the bravery of the people who took part? A warning about organizing a trip to the event, and so go on, okay? So Osmil and David, remember, you got 10 questions and you got 4 people. So that means that there is going to be more than one possible answer here. Remember, you can say, teacher, for me, it's letter A. For me, number 2, it's also letter A. Number 3, it's letter B. Number 4, it's letter B. Number 5, C. Number 6, A. Remember, the answer, the paragraph, could be repeated more than once. So, Osmel, David, any question? Hello, Osmel. I guess Osmel is back. Can you hear me, Osmel?
Yes, I hear you. Yes. What is about the activity? Yes.
What is the activity about? Remember, is read and match. Read and match. So you got to read the questions. Can you see the questions? And then you have to match which person is talking. It's mention something about it. Okay? Read and match. Read and match. Sure? My recommendation, as always, remember, read carefully and identify the keywords. Which person mentions the possibility of people at the event having their belongings stolen? This is a keyword because it's something bad actually, but you get to read about it. Which person mentions regretting about being without an item of protective equipment? Which person mentions the bravery of the people who took part? Which person mentions a warning about organizing a trip to the event? Which person mentions an injury caused during the event? Remember, identify the keywords. Keywords, and according to what you read, you have to choose the right paragraph. Is it clear, Osmel, yet?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, and remember that is the last part of the reading section. Let me share you the link now. You're going to do it now. So, Osmel, David, I'm going to send you over here this part, and we can do it. I'm going to send you a link, okay? I prefer to send you a link so that you can do it, and you go with that, okay? So, here you are. The idea, of course, is that you take your time. Remember, you are supposed to have 15 minutes in order to do this section, but no more, okay? Between 15 minutes and 17 minutes, between 15 and 17. Okay, so you better be aware of that. I'm going to set a timer so that you can do it in that time, okay? Osmel, David, please open the next link and you can start. Okay, you tell me, please, Osmel and David, if you can do it. Ready? Osmel, David, yes?
Yes, teacher.
There are 5 paragraphs, yeah?
Uh-huh.
A until E.
See, from letter A to letter E. A to letter E. And then you have 10 questions and you only have to choose which letter, okay? My recommendation, remember, read the questions first and then you start reading because remember, you already know. Read, maybe you can write down the keywords and then according to the keywords, you can start choosing which is the right paragraph. So you can start. Listo? Coloco el timer. I'm going to set the timer and we have 17 minutes. If you have any question, remember, I am here to help you. You can do it.
This invention, this choose invention which involve two members of the same family. Invention que envuelve dos miembros de la misma familia. Invention que no
Okay, the time is up. You finish. Finish. No, David, Osmel, you tell me. No problem, okay? 4 more minutes, you can do it.
Yes, teacher, I finish.
You finish, okay? Easy, difficult, how was it?
More or less, teacher.
More or less, how many? How many right, how many wrong?
I did mistakes in 2, 3, and 9. 9.
2, 3, and 9. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Invention was not invented. Okay. Maybe you got confused here because there were 2 inventions that were invented in the US.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, which one? Do you remember which ones? Tell me. Which invention wasn't invented in the US?
Was not invented.
Was not invented. Was not invented.
The safety match, because this was invented an English chemist.
Excellent, very good. And which other? The care airbags or the hula hoop?
Yes, the hula hoops.
The hula hoops, okay. Where was it invented?
I don't know that, but no, I know.
They didn't mention, right? Because as you
Yes.
could see, there is not, it's more like an ancient invention. It's not like they say this was specifically invented in the US. This is actually something that was ancient, long time ago. Okay, so there's no like a very specific origin for the hula hoop.
Yes.
Okay, nice, David. What about you, Osmel? Finish?
Yes, I got it. Yes, I will finish.
Finish. So easy, difficult. How was it?
It's a little bit difficult, you know.
A little bit difficult?
With just a little bit. Just I have a 3 mistake.
Okay, but not that much. That means that wasn't that difficult, okay? All right, perfect. Excellent, Osmil and David. We already got it. After this, we officially completed the reading part. So what time is it? I am going to give you the introduction for writing part, and after the break, we're going to start writing. Okay, remember that was the last part of reading, okay? The reading section that, remember, is divided in 7 sections. So we got it. Where we put it here. Yeah, we already did the multiple choice one.
Tira
The
para acá.
second, remember, complete the gaps with no choice.
No me pongas allá.
The next one, remember, it's all about word transformation. You have a word, you have to transform the word given and use the one that you need. Number 4, remember, keyword transformation, you have to make a sentence, so the second sentence has the same meaning as the first. Number 5, comprehensive reading. Number 6, complete the gaps by using sentences. And the last one, the match, the one that we did right now. That is for reading. Remember, reading is the longest part because it has 7 exercises. The next exercise is writing. Writing, my dear students, it's only divided in two sections. Okay, what is it? Pay attention, and what are we going to do? The writing part is just 2 parts. The first part, you have to write an essay. Un ensayo, okay? You have to write an essay between 140 and 190 words. And part number 2, you have to choose one option out of 4. You can choose an article, a letter or email, a review, a report, or a story. Remember, you only choose one. You only choose one. Article, letter, review, or report, or story. Okay, any question you tell me? Any question?
No question.
David, Osmel, no?
No question.
Okay, so after the break, right now we're gonna have a break. It's moment for a new break, 15 minutes. After the break, we are going to start with the essay, and that's gonna be all for today. Next week, we can continue with the next, that is a story, report, that part, but I believe this is not difficult for you. So let's go with that, okay? So 15 minutes, it is moment for a new break. Let me share the screen. And see you after the break. Okay, see you after the break. Here you go.
Yes, I'm here, mister.
Okay, Osmel, you're back. Hello, hello. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. Ready for writing? Ready for becoming the new Shakespeare?
The new Shakespeare?
Yeah, you're going to become the new Shakespeare because right now we're going to write.
Right.
Right. Yeah, but don't worry. No. Not like William Shakespeare, like Romeo and Juliet, like a romantic story. We're going to become writers, but not novels. So don't worry, okay?
This is cool.
So perfect. And what about you? Hello. Are you there? David, hello.
Hi, teacher.
Hi. Okay. So my dear students, let's go with the last part of today's class. That is the writing section. We are going to start by writing an essay, and I am going to share you an example of this, and then you're going to start writing, okay? Let me zoom in. Here you can see it. All right, my dear students, this is an example of an essay, and this is exactly what you're going to do, okay? Before we start, it is important that you know that you identify the parts of an essay. This essay is divided, or in general, essays are divided in 4 parts. Number 1, let me change the colors. Number 2, number 3, and 4. So we are going to start reading, and we are going to identify what are we supposed to write in each paragraph. I'm going to start with Osmel. Please, Osmel, read paragraph number 1. Osmel, go please, you can do it.
Number one.
Number one, yeah.
Yes, people see adverts for junk foods such as burgers and chocolate bars on their TV screens every day. Although there are problems with people eating too much junk food, banning adverts for it is not necessarily the answer.
Okay, so paragraph number one, remember, it's like an introduction. In the introduction, you have like a brief description of what your essay is going to be about. Okay, people see adverts for junk food such as burgers and chocolate bars on their TV screens every day. Although there are problems with people eating too much junk food, banning adverts. So it's an introduction, like an overview of what the article, what the essay it's going to be about. Okay.
Teacher, sorry. Yes, I'm gonna to change the place because I hear this. There is a lot of very noise, you know.
Okay, so you're going to change the place, but not the device.
Yes. Yes, yes, because yes, I'm great. The another place, there is a lot of noise, you know.
No problem. Okay, so you got it. But is it clear, Osmel? Part number one, remember the introduction, just like a brief review of what you're going to talk about. Okay, let's continue. Let's carry on to paragraph number two. Can you read, please, David? Number two, please.
It is true that eating junk food can have a bad effect on people's health. Eating food that contain a lot of fat or sugar can make people overweight and cause health problems such as heart attack. Moreover, advertising can have a very strong effect on children, especially if adverts use popular cartoon characters. This can encourage them to develop unhealthy eating habits.
Okay, excellent. That's correct. Thank you, David. Part number two. In this part, as you can see, we have more like facts. Facts or real situation, I gotta tell you, about what is this about? What is this about? As you could see, this essay is about junk food, and they are telling, right, how bad the junk food is for health. Junk food can have a bad effect on people's health, can contain a lot of fat or sugar. Here we have facts or real information, something that we all know, right? We all know that junk food, McDonald's, KFC, a lot of junk food can be really harmful for your health. So this is what you gotta write in paragraph number two. But let's read now part number three, and let's check what is this, okay? Go, Osmel, can you read number three, please?
Yes, on the other hand, eating junk food from time to time is not bad for your health. It can be nice on a special occasion. Imagine a day at the seaside without an ice cream, or a birthday celebration with a box of chocolate. Without birthdays, people wouldn't have good choice for these products.
Okay, so tell me, Osmel, if you compare paragraph number three to paragraph number two, what's the difference?
Difference number three, specific. What is the real problem? Yes, it's bad for the health to eat with often. Yes, and then number two is describe of the fact.
Okay, and paragraph number three?
And yes, the number two describe of the what was its contain. Yes, and what is the possible effect? Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Number three.
Paragraph two. In number three?
And number three, describe the bad result of our health, maybe.
Actually,
And
in
it could
three,
be and describe what is the correct time The correct time is for a special occasion. Is
Eh,
better to
Excellent,
consume
right?
this. Yeah,
It's given
contrast.
like a
Yeah.
contrast because in
Yeah.
paragraph number 2, as you said, Osmil, in paragraph number 2, it's all about how damageful, how harmful junk food is for our health. But in paragraph number 3, it's also giving good opinions or trying to specify the good points about junk food. That's why we got a contrast on the other hand. On the other hand, eating junk food from time to time is not bad for your health and can be nice on special occasions. Of course, right? Because you can eat a burger, but it could be once a month, not every day, because eating every day is bad. But if you eat it from time to time, it's not really bad. Okay? Obviously, junk food is important, but not all the time, just for special occasions. And that is what we have in this paragraph. Number 3, like a contrast, comparing how bad junk food is with how good could be in certain occasions. And finally, let's go with number 4. David, can you read number 4, please? In my view.
In my view, the most important thing is to educate children about the importance of the healthy diet. In this way, they can enjoy junk foods occasionally, but also stay fit and healthy.
All right, very good. So, David, number 4, what is it?
Educate children about the importance of the healthy.
In my view. What's the meaning of in my view?
Personal opinion.
Excellent. Okay, that's all. If you're talking about this, if you're saying in my view, it refers to what is your opinion, to what you think about it. Okay, so introduction, facts or real information, contrast, and personal opinion. Okay, that's how an essay is divided. Obviously, you are supposed to do this between 140 and 190 words. But remember, the structure is essentially this: introduction, facts, 2 paragraphs. Remember the first paragraph with facts or real information, but also remember like a contrast. And the last one, for sure, your personal opinion. What do you think about it, your own idea? In my view, the most important thing is to educate children about the importance of a healthy diet. In this way, they can enjoy junk food occasionally, but also stay fit and healthy. Okay, any question? Tell me. Or in your case, David, I got a question for you. Have you ever written an essay?
In Spanish, yes, and in English, no.
In Spanish, but it's not difficult. If you have written in Spanish, it's going to be the same in English. Only you got to find the vocabulary in English. Yep. What
Yes,
about you?
yes.
Okay, what about you, Osmil? Have you written an essay?
Reading? Reading what?
Have you written an essay?
An essay? What is the meaning of an essay?
Un ensayo. Lo que estamos viendo ahorita, what we are learning right
Yes.
now.
Actually, not really, but I have a practice a lot of reading about the describing about the meaning of the word. Yes, just that. Yes, obviously I use linking word and so on.
Exactly, very good. Actually, linking words are useful here also. I think they are more useful when you are writing a story, but also you can use it for an essay. Yeah, you're right. Sure. So, Osmil and David, just to finish, we're going to do this activity, and that's going to be all for today. We're going to write an essay, but wait a minute as I share you now. And remember, the topics are very diverse. You may tell me, teacher, what are we supposed to write about? It could be about school, about food, about cities, about animals, about biodiversity. Remember, general topics, not specific ones, as for example, you can tell me, teacher, about chemistry, about physics. No, it's more like general topics, situations that we may live every day. Got it? So, my dear students, please, I need you to go over here. I'm going to send you the next link. You are supposed to do this essay in 30 minutes, 30 or 35 minutes. So I guess we have enough time right now, so you can do it. Okay, David, Osmel, please open the link.
About the part, yeah.
Osmel, yes?
This writing is about the previous paragraph.
Sorry, you lost the connection, Osmel. Can you repeat again?
Yes, the activity is writing about what, the previous paragraph or any topic that we want.
Open the link. Can you see the link? It's writing about traffic problems in cities. Okay.
Traffic problem in city.
Exactly, right? So what you gotta do, remember, is write an essay and give reasons for that. Education is the best way to solve towards environmental problems. What you gotta do, remember, in your essay, you have to write about transport, producing food, and talking about transport for sure. How damageful is this for the environment? Okay? Yeah, so Osmil is working. What about you, David? Is it working or not? Is the link working, David?
I couldn't understand very well. You know, as you hear me?
Ya, a ver, te explico, ¿no? ¿Qué tenemos que hacer ahora? Tenemos que escribir un ensayo. El ensayo es sobre los problemas de tráfico en las ciudades. ¿Ok? En tu ensayo, Osmel, tienes que incluir lo siguiente. La educación es la mejor forma de resolver los problemas del mundo. En realidad, tienes tú que comparar esto y decirme si es que tú estás de acuerdo o no, pero en tu ensayo, en your essay, el ensayo es con respecto a los problemas de tráfico, tienes que hablar sobre eso, ¿ok? Sobre el transport en las ciudades y también producir comida, producing food, cómo esto afecta al tráfico, how this affects traffic in the city. ¿Ok, Osmel?
Okay, in the same state.
Yes, I got it.
In the same essay.
It's about the transportation.
Excellent. It's about transportation, traffic problems in the cities. En el mismo ensayo, recuerden, tienen que incluir un párrafo sobre transporte, otro párrafo sobre producir ideas, comida, producing food, y la última, su propia idea, su propia opinión con respecto a eso, ¿ok? It's all about this, about education is the best way to solve world's environmental problems. ¿Ok?
Yes, I got it. No.
Ahora sí, now, Osmel, yes. Pero el link sí funciona. ¿Is the link working or no? El que envié el último. Osmel, is it working? David, is it working? Yes or no?
Yes, I am in the platform. Yes.
Okay, super. And you, David, tell me. Yes. Okay, so you can start. If you have any problem, you tell me, teacher, the link isn't working. No problem, you can write it here on the chat box. Something that you gotta know, remember, right now you can cheat on me. You can tell me, teacher, I wrote the essay, but you did it on ChatGPT. Right now you can do it. But no, remember the idea is that you do it by yourself because when you take your international exam, you don't have option to use ChatGPT, Gemini, Copilot, any artificial intelligence. All must come from here. All the information must come from your head. That's why you gotta try to do it right now by yourselves. Of course, you can use translator if you don't remember a word, no problem by now. But remember, the structure, the words must be given by you. You are the one that need to think about them. Okay, so you can start, please, Osmail, David, and you tell me if you got any question, any problem, okay? Tell me, Osmel, finished?
Yes, I have to try to do the best, the most possible.
Okay, but was there any problem? You tell me.
Yes, I have some stay with the word, yeah, but I'm great. Yes, I have a result to B1.
Okay, but B1, that was your level, the one that was given here once you finish on here.
Yes, he gave me a B1 level.
Okay, so that means that you're doing well because remember we are like B1 and B2. If you want to get a B2, probably you need to increase your vocabulary or add more words. Okay?
Yes, more word.
Sure. So that's going to be all. Any question or all clear? Tell me, Osman.